Hello everyone, Pavlov is you, and today I've got a great value daily dose of Ukrainian accent, because today we are talking about nice affordable earphones made by Jade Audio, or FiiO, because Jade Audio is their sister company, JH13. It's a new generation of the affordable hybrids. It uses 3 drivers, 1 dynamic driver and 2 balanced armatures. Price is just about $30 and most likely will get a nice design and a well-tuned sound. So let's check out these expectations, and if they fulfill, that will be a really great earphones. Package is small and minimalistic, but thanks to this bright green color it looks really attractive. I hope in future FiiO will adapt different color coding for different models. It would be a nice thing. And inside we getting cardboard half box, some short manual, earpieces themselves, and accessories. Here we'll get some extra tips and stock cable. So that's it, no carry case and just 3 pair of tips, but we are speaking about the affordable segment, so I think it's still acceptable here. Here they are. Earpieces looks nice, wooden faceplates with texture, and they decided to orient this texture horizontally with company's name, both companies' names actually. And they are made of transparent acrylic, so we can take a look and see what's inside. Here is dynamic driver, and here are balanced armatures, so classical schema for the hybrids. Wearing comfort is really good, at least for my ears, can't say for everyone. Despite of a bit unusual angle of the spout, still they fitting nicely into my ears. There is a solid lip for holding the tips and the protective grill, so spouts are noticeably wider than stems of the tips, so they hold really well. Cable is made replaceable. Here used the 2-pin connector with recessed pins, similar to QDC connector. I still think that it's the best option for the affordable segment. It provides nice mechanical durability and stays pretty firm during the time, at least based on my previous experience. So it fits nicely, and here it is. Cable is kind of good for the affordable earphones. There are ear hooks format. It's not super soft, but on the softer side of things. Microphonic effect is low. It goes to the splitter with chin slider and then goes to the angled connector. So basically, in terms of exterior, everything is appropriate for this price. In terms of sound, it's like modern type of fun V-shaped signature. These earphones have noticeable boost in the bass area and in the treble area to compensate bass, but thanks to really technical drivers, it doesn't sound bloated or exaggerated, and overall it's a pretty enjoyable experience. So bass goes pretty deep, it has noticeable boost, but at the same time driver is leaning slightly towards speed over weight. So this bass doesn't sound bloated or too weighty. It gives a pleasant warmth to overall tune, and it builds a nice solid foundation. But at the same time, it almost doesn't bleed on mids and stays on the place with pretty decent control. Really nice textures and really pleasant impacts. And that means that, to my taste, it's slightly more suited for the natural instruments. But with electronic music, when it's properly recorded and mastered, it also gives a nice and enjoyable results. And Overall, it's my type of tuning because I'm not a fan of excessive weight. And despite frequency response of these earphones, bass doesn't sound that big as it looks on the FR chart. Nice amount of small nuances, but at the same time they are not overly boosted, also giving you nice sense of realism. And first example, it's Strive by Amber Rubarth, and it's really well-recorded audiophilic track with nice percussions, with a lot of nuances, and it represented really well by these earphones. And Invincible by Juno Reactor, also bass is pretty dominant, but at the same time absolutely stays at place, giving you nice heavy slams, but at the same time not bleeding onto mids, so mids and high frequencies gives you a good contrast. Mid frequencies are mostly represented by the balanced armature, maybe a bit of dynamic driver on the lower mids, but overall transition is pretty well done from the dynamic driver to balanced armatures, thanks to a pretty detailed dynamic driver used here. And that representation of mid frequencies means that you don't get that laid back effect, thanks to the resolution and slight focus on the micro contrast. And dynamics is not boosted, meaning that to get proper emotions you will need well-recorded material. If this earphones doesn't try to boost emotions, macro dynamics or something like that. But at the same time, what is present in the record, they are representing really well. Typical story for the balanced armature type of tuning. Imaginary stage is above average, not super huge, but nicely built with good positioning, above average in width and about average in depth. Of course, depth layering could be better, but we are talking about $30 earphones here, so still pretty decent results. And there is a boost in the upper mids area, meaning that female vocals are slightly highlighted, as well as aggressive guitars. So this fits my taste, but keep in mind that it depends on your perception of frequency responses. So, first example for the mid frequencies, it's Forever Not Yours by Aha. Great vocal with lot of nuances, with lot of details, and nice accompanying instrument that created to highlight this vocal greatness, and these earphones deliver that pretty well. And Down by the Riverside by Louis Armstrong. So despite of pretty fast and lean mid frequencies, still these earphones delivers enough of details to give you that velvety sense of Armstrong vocal and all that layering that his voice delivers. In terms of treble, it's accented on the lower treble, but then they decided to dip mid treble to avoid that harshness and excessive sibilance. So that area that gives that metallic sound is recessed, meaning that overall treble perception is not harsh, if you are not super sensitive for the lower mids, of course. But then in the up to above 10 kilohertz area, they have slightly boosted treble, not as much as lower treble, but still enough to give you a bit more extension and that sense of advanced overtones, meaning that overtone saturation is pretty decent for this price range. Attacks and decays are slightly on the faster side of things, but still sounds pretty nice and enjoyable. So overall, a nice balanced armature-like treble with slight hint of additional airness. And first example, it's Amaseffer Midian and a lot of different 3D effects in the music of this band, and nice percussions, and that all is delivered pretty well by these earphones. And in combination with technical mids, it sounds detailed enough to deliver all the nuances of this progressive masterpiece. And Master of the Wind by Manowar, one of the best ballads in the history of metal. Nice emotional vocal, great percussion, really balanced orchestral work, and overall accompanying instruments. So really enjoyable representation by these earphones. In terms of pairing, of course, they don't require something stellar, just some affordable deck, for example, will be more than enough for them. Luckily, FiiO and Jade Audio have tons of such things. So, to summarize everything, nice earphones if you like fun, but at the same time technical signature. So you'll get details, but at the same time you'll get boost in the bass and treble area to make everything sound fun and engaging. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.